Football on BTN presented by Taco Bell. And we've gotten our money's worth, 27-24, as we take a peek at the game summary. Look at the bottom, though, 80 rushing yards in the third quarter. So whatever they adjusted at halftime worked.
Well, they're running the football better. I mentioned about Lewerke's scramble that added to that, but you just have a sense they're running the ball tougher right now.
They'll try to go to the ground again, and they have the first down. They only needed a yard, and L.J. Scott got it. Yeah, it was evenly split. You mentioned the Lewerke scramble. He had 28 yards rushing in that quarter. Hayward 28 and Scott 24.
You know, you get into the fourth quarter, you got a 3-point lead, and you got this field position right now, and you're going, I mean, you've got to finish the drive. You've got to get 7 points right now.
It's been 10 unanswered for Utah State. A little sweep. Darrell Stewart down inside the 15. Well, he had 20 rushing attempts last year on sweeps. And that's his first one tonight.
Well, that's one of the reasons you don't give up on the inside run. You got to pin him down. You know that Utah State's going to respect that. They've had trouble historically running. And then what you do, you get those reverses like that, misdirections, jet sweeps that'll work.
15 yards for Stewart. Sixth play of the drive, screen out right to Sowers, and he's down to the 8-yard line.
They got a lot of that. That was not a good pass like Lewerke talked about before. You want all those swing passes in front of you. He had to reach behind him. Did a lot with it.
After the catch, Sowers to the sideline.
See, he's expecting that ball in front of him. He had to do a little do-si-do after he caught the ball, but did a good job.
Looked like you last night at the Rib across from our hotel.
That's right. Except I fell down.
2nd and 5. L.J. Scott keeping the legs moving and able to back his way inside the 5-yard line before Woodward finally takes him down.
That was all L.J. Scott determination. I didn't think he'd even get close to getting that first down. And if you're a good running back, you just keep those legs, just pounding and keep going. Look at him fight. Offensive lineman, you see Kevin Jarvis, he's not giving up either. He's going to get a little push there.
And protecting that football. Well documented the fumbling issues that he had a season ago. Although he did get better with it as the year progressed. This time, Lewerke tried to keep it on the short 3rd and 1. No signal yet. And they'll say he got it. First down.
Coach not happy. Coach Patterson.
Matt Wells stoic. He's seen his team go toe-to-toe with the 11th ranked team in the land. And are we about to get a review?
Made the line to gain and plays under further review.
Well, they'll take a peek upstairs.
Normally it's awful hard to see on a quarterback sneak unless his knee goes down with that pile of humanity that you're going to see.
He stays up.
He not down. Yeah, I think he made it easily.
Well, I don't think he went down until right there at the end.
Yeah.
Now, Justice Tay got to him early, but Lewerke dragged him forward. There's Tay.
Yeah. A backside A-gap is the responsibility of the right guard was vacated. Coach Bowman ain't not going to like that, the offensive line coach.
We've seen a couple of sneaks tonight from Brian Lewerke. Mike, what did you think? Was the knee down?
Well, you know, the one shot to me that it looked like you would get the conclusive look to whether it's down or not. The foot is blocking it. So, you know, to me, again, you know, it has to be beyond a shadow of a doubt. And that right knee, you know, the quick look that you get, you just can't tell for sure. So I'd leave it, but then it's been kind of a challenging day replay here.
Stands, first down.
Well, this time it stands. I think you're right, Mike. I think his knee was on Matt Allen's shoe, and he got about an extra half yard after that.
Yeah, it was a good spot by the official.
So 1st and goal, Michigan State.
You know, I have no problem them replaying that right. It is a critical play in this game.
Boy, is it ever. And if Michigan State can punch it in here, try to seize back the momentum that was stolen by Gage Ferguson on the pick 6. To L.J. Scott. Spinning, and down he goes. Justice Tay was leading the way there for Utah State. Inside linebacker, and I said it earlier, but Utah State's been playing without their best linebacker, Suli Tumavea, who's down with an injury.
And you've mentioned a number of times a year ago, they were terrible against rushing defense. Playing rushing defense, much improved this year.
10th play of the drive coming up. There have been 8 rushes on this drive, just 1 pass. And they'll keep it on the ground. Scott won't get there. 3rd and goal. Adewale Adeoye with a stop. Well, 1 yard to go. Punch it in.
Yeah, you know, I'm one of those guys down here. I like the shortest distance between A and B, but they've been struggling right there. You know, you hate to call a toss sweep, which they had success earlier with, because you don't like to take the ball off the goal line. But you got to get it in the end zone.
They've been good on 3rd down, as you see. They're going to throw. Flag comes in. It's caught. Cody White. Touchdown. At least for the moment. We'll have to check the laundry.
Illegal formation. Offense, 5 players in the backfield. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
And Cody White has his, what would have been, 2nd touchdown catch of the game wiped out.
You got 1, 2, 3. Yeah, you see both those guys, the slot back and the wide receiver, are both off the line of scrimmage.
I think Mark D'Antonio recognized it. He was trying to get the timeout. It's the 2nd time tonight, Coach, if you remember back to the first half, that Michigan State has been penalized at the 1-yard line. Well, now they are pushed back, and Lewerke with pressure coming. Throws high off the fingertips of Darrell Stewart. There are no flags on the field.
Yeah, you can see they come with the blitz, and Kevin James, the right guard, he whiffed on that linebacker, of which now, if you're Brian Lewerke, you can't set your feet.
Mark D'Antonio wanted to call on Bond on the defense of the intended target, Stewart. Matt Coughlin from 24, a chippy from the hash. Got it. But still, 1 possession, 6-point game. First full Saturday of Big Ten football, kicking off with a doubleheader on BTN. Look at all that action. App State at Penn State. Akron at Nebraska. Scott Frost era beginning there. Prime time at Fox. All tomorrow. BTN FS1 Fox and streaming live on the Fox Sports app. So Michigan State had it right there. They were knocking on the door. Can't get it in. They settle for 3. Just a 6-point ball game.
Yeah, I mentioned before that series, they had to finish that drive, and they didn't totally finish it.
Utah State with an opportunity here to take the lead in the fourth quarter. And the penalties have really loomed large. 6 Michigan State penalties, but remember, 2 of those came when they were at the 1-yard line.
Yeah, some penalties are more critical than others, but when you are down in your goal line offense and you're inside that 5-yard line and you have a penalty that negates a touchdown or really takes you out of field position, man, that's why there's a ball game right now. That's Mark D'Antonio sweating bullets down there because those 2 penalties down in goal line situations.
And even when they haven't had the penalties, they've just had trouble running that football down around the goal line. Now Jordan Love back to work, doing his thing. Complete out to the 33 for a gain of 8. First catch for Jalen Green, who's a USC grad transfer they're very excited about. Thompson backing his way close to the marker on 2nd down.
Going to come up with a 3rd and real short.
And Michigan State has sophomore Jacob Panasiuk on the ground. He played all 13 games last year as a freshman. He's the brother of junior Mike Panasiuk. And Coach D'Antonio coming out to have a look at his defensive end. And we'll take an injury timeout. Jacob Panasiuk fell hard on that left shoulder collarbone area, and they're looking at him now on the sideline.
Well, it's 3rd and inches. You don't have to worry about the quarterback sneak because he's in the shotgun, but you'd think they'd run it.
A critical 3rd and inches coming up here for Utah State. And here goes Jordan Love shifting things up. Moving Thompson to his right. He keeps it, and it's the right call. He had it in the belly of Thompson, took it back, picks up the 1st down. Jordan Love not intimidated at all in a hostile environment tonight. Quick throw to the right. With blockers out in front, the screen works to perfection. DJ Nelson across the 50.
Yeah, I love that play. Some people call it a missile screen, tunnel screen, fire screen. Good risk reward. Safe play, but you can get a big play out of it.
Love. He's going to tuck it and step out at the 49. You know, Jordan Love, he's completed 23 passes to 10 different receivers tonight. He has spread the wealth. Now, he came in as a freshman at 180 pounds. He's now at 225. He's really grown into his frame.
Someone's got to make a play for the Spartans on defense.
That guy, Joe Bocci's a good candidate. Middle linebacker. Handing it off. Trying to set the edge, Darwin Thompson. Bocci got there at the end to bring him down after a pickup of 5.
Man, that guy plays hard. Not Utah State, they do a lot of things, and their execution, for the most part, has been excellent tonight.
3rd and 4. We back in 4-down territory here?
I think so.
After that last run, Thompson off, El Toro Allen on.
It'll be under 8 minutes. They don't get it here.
Michigan State brings 5. They throw to the sticks. Is it caught? Yes. Dax Raymond, 1st down.
Who else?
Good for the first down at the 40-yard line.
Goes to the best tight end in the Mountain West Conference.
Now, see, they substituted, so you have to allow the defense time to substitute. That's why the official's holding the ball.
Yeah, Kenny Willekes went off. And now the run with Allen to the 37. Boy, you can feel the tension right now inside Spartan Stadium.
3 yards on the play, 7 at the 37.
Momentum is with Utah State right now.
Really shifted with that pick six by their safety, Gage Ferguson, that got him back in the game. And then they held Michigan State to 3 on the last drive to keep it at 6 points.
Turnovers.
Possession of the game for Utah State. 56 play. Jordan Love evading the pressure, throwing, and it's incomplete. A frustrated Carson Terrell could not quite bring it in. Corey Willis was there.
Here's a good look. He throws it right on the money. That ball should be caught, but the defender doesn't give up on it and knocks it ball out. Bang, bang play. Don't you love college football? Huh?
Nothing better.
Just the intensity right now.
Here we go. Big one. 3rd and 7.
Crowd's in the game.
Watch the play clock. Snap at 1. Love throws. Complete. They deliver again to a familiar target. First down, Dax Raymond.
Yeah, they bring the blitz. The Spartans bring the blitz, and Jordan Love sits in there calmly and makes the play.
Love ready to go again. And off of the bobble, able to hang on, Darwin Thompson. And a flag comes in. Did Michigan State have too many men on the field?
I think so, because I don't think they get off the field in time.
Illegal substitution. 12 players on defense. 5-yard penalty. First down.
Yeah, you can see it. These guys are tired. They can't get off the field. No doubt. They had more than 12, I think.
They had the one call like that in the first quarter, and now one here in the fourth quarter with too many men on the field.
6 minutes, 49 seconds. 6:49. Thank you.
So they add 8 seconds to the game clock here. 1st and 5 coming up after the penalty.
I'm not sure Coach D'Antonio shouldn't use a timeout and try to regroup these guys.
Both teams have all 3.
Yeah, I mean, they're back on their heels right now. You'd like to get them over there and give them a little pep talk. And
6:46, 6:46. Thank you.
Okay, so we went from 6:41 to 49, and now down to 46. Love checks with the sideline as Dax Raymond goes in motion. He kept it. Trying to shake Andrew Dow, but couldn't get very far.
wow, what a play by Andrew Dow. If you think that's easy to make a play on an athlete like Jordan Love in the open field, you got another thing coming.
Gain of 2, 2nd, 3, incomplete. Oh, here comes the flag, and the boos are coming down as well. Josh Butler might be called for interference. Remember, Butler starting for the injured Josiah Scott.
Pass interference. Defense, number 19. Ball be placed at the spot of the foul. Automatic first down.
Yeah. We got to take a look at this one here. You can see it right there. Well, let's watch what happens. He got there a little early. Yeah. Yeah, he got there a little early.
So the penalty on Butler and a fresh set of downs for Utah State. Love off the short drop, throws complete. Down inside the 5, Jalen Green, his second reception of the night. First and goal as the Aggies look to take the lead with a touchdown and a PAT.
How good is this kid Love under pressure?
Cool as a cucumber, and he has been all night.
Here's you got what amounts to a unbalanced formation. They got a right guard and right tackle, and that's it over there.
Handoff. Down close to the goal line. But Darwin Thompson is going to be just a little bit short. Kenny Willikis with a touchdown-saving tackle. Here they go, hurrying up. And whistles come in before the play.
Previous play is under further review. The ruling on the field was the runner was short of the goal line.
So they will look again at Darwin Thompson's run. Willikis dragging him from behind, and you can't see anything.
Guy's got to get out. Yeah, his elbow wasn't, you can't tell.
You can't tell. Ron Quavey and Tarver was standing right in the way of the camera, and you're definitely not going to be able to tell from this angle.
It's like his knee, it looks like it, but you can't definitely tell.
See if we find anything different here. No, you can't see. I think this one's going to have to stand as called. This drive so far, 13 plays in over 5 minutes. Longest drive of the night for Utah State. I said you could feel the tension mounting in this building right now, and you really can. You peek around, a lot of nervous faces wearing green. Ron Snodgrass takes off his spectacles and the headset.
After review, the ruling on the field stands. The runner is short of the goal line. Second down.
But still just second down, and now about 1.5 feet to go to the goal line. It's still Thompson in the backfield by Love. Low snap. Little fade. Tarver incomplete. He tried to one-hand that thing.
A little surprised at that call, aren't you?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's, wow. Man, Justin Lane did a great job not giving up on it.
Utah State 3 for 3 on third downs this drive.
I'm surprised at that last call.
I thought they'd run it. See what they do here. Love switches things up. Play clock winding down. And they're going to take a timeout.
Charge timeout, Utah State.
Tension mounting.
This will be a full media
Take a deep
timeout.
breath. Don't go anywhere. Back in a moment. Football on BTN is brought to you in part by State Farm, here to help life go right. A dandy week 1 in East Lansing. 30-24, but Utah State a foot away from tying this game and possibly taking the lead with an extra point. Love, hands off, touchdown, Darwin Thompson. Virtually untouched, 30 all. A 15-play, 75-yard drive. Well, that's what we thought they would do on second down, but it worked on third down. And now the biggest extra point of the night. No problem for the 2017 All-American kicker Dominic Eberle, and you can hear a pin drop right now in Spartan Stadium. 31-30, the Aggies back in front.
Well, if the Spartans are going to come back and win this game, they got 5 minutes and 5 seconds to do so. When the game is over, win or lose for the Spartans, we will be here in our Chicago studios with plenty of reaction from East Lansing. Plus, we will update you on everything that's happening with the Badgers. They are underway. There's already been an incredible touchdown run from Jonathan Taylor, and we'll preview all the games Saturday. That's coming up when the game is done. For now, back out to East Lansing with Brandon and Glenn.
Yeah, but Mike, as you said, we still have a little pizza left in this box, so to speak. 5:05 remaining. Now, Michigan State certainly not in any hurry. You're only down one. You have all 3 timeouts, but I said it. You can hear a pin drop in this building right now.
Yeah, you more than enough time to just run your offense. Hasn't been very consistent tonight. Let's face it, not time to panic, but there's a sense of urgency. You got to figure you got to score in this possession right now.
Michigan State this drive will be going into about a 10-mile-per-hour wind if we're thinking ahead to a possible field goal. As we welcome back in Elise Miniker.
Brandon, you had mentioned that in the stadium you could hear a pin drop, and it definitely was absolutely silent. But on the flip side of that, a complete contrast. And watching Brian Lewerke, he has been very consistent this entire game with his demeanor, calm, cool, collected, very focused. He is still battling that cramping. He's been stretching on the sidelines, kind of trying to loosen up that calf and Achilles area. But you see he's out there. He's trying to lead this team.
Dark horse Heisman candidate by Sports Illustrated and a number of other publications coming into the season. 18 of 28 tonight. Pops it in front to Darrell Stewart. Stewart is flipped upside down. Gage Ferguson, who had the pick 6 earlier. Oh, that was just lucky that Stewart didn't land any more awkwardly than he did.
Yeah, Ferguson's having a whale of a night. You can see right here, he makes the play. L.J. Scott totally whiffed on the block, and Ferguson not only beat the block, but made the tackle.
Stewart did pop up okay. 3-yard gain.
L.J. Scott makes that block. That might go a long way. A balanced formation for the Spartans.
3 up top. Instead, they go to the right side of the swing to Scott. He tries to hurdle, and he does. He went right over the top of Jamarcus Ingram.
Well, Utah State, they overreacted to the unbalance. They just swung the ball out there. One guy to make the play, and he's not enough.
A little hurdle from L.J. Scott after he saw Ferguson go low and get his teammate Stewart. He did one better.
3rd and short, though.
Here we go. 2 yards to go. Pocket clean. Pass complete. Great catch by Cody White. First down, Michigan State.
Yeah, Jamarcus Ingram, that was good coverage. That was one of those that's just a little bit off. It's a pick. Might be a pick 6.
Instead, 1st and 10 from their own 45. Another pop pass to Stewart. Tries to bounce it to the outside, and then he gets walloped. Tackle by Shaq Bond.
Now, normally when you start making the plays that Michigan State's making right now, sideline to sideline, everything be sideline to sideline. The opposing team, in this case Utah State, they start worrying about that, and you break one right up the middle.
See where they go here. 2nd and 7, approaching midfield. Utah State just brings 4. Caught right around the 20 by Felton Davis. What a catch, what a play. 31 big yards for the Spartans. And it's an Auto Owners Insurance BTN standout.
Look at that play. Look at the concentration. Outstanding. Another good job of Lewerke avoiding the rush.
And now they're certainly within Coughlin's range of a field goal. As Scott just gets a yard, Woodward tackled him around the ankles.
Brandon, let's look at this. Play of the game. Look at that. Big receiver, good concentration. Makes a play when you have to make it. Stumbling, stretching, straining. Love it.
Remember, we saw him go out earlier temporarily after falling on that shoulder, but he looked good there.
I don't know if that's a dance move or but he's happy.
Lewerke running the option. He pitches to Scott. Inside the 10. And across the goal line. Touchdown, L.J. Scott. Now there is a flag down. And might this be coming back? D'Antonio knows it's coming back.
Holding. Offense, 17. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. 2nd down.
So a hold on Michigan State. He said 17, but it's not 17. There was no 17 out there. It's on Larice Nelson, number 13. It may. Yeah, they just corrected it. They said number 13, Larice Nelson. So instead of the touchdown, that makes it 2nd and 5 because it's a spot foul with 2:13 to go. Connor Hayward instead of L.J. Scott in the backfield with Lewerke. Option. Lewerke keeps. Down to the 8. And Utah State was wondering when they were going to use those timeouts. They take one of their 2 remaining with 2:06 to go. Might it all come down to the right foot of Matt Coughlin, who's hit 3 field goals tonight. Let's take another look at that hold that they called on Larice Nelson.
Yeah, you can see it. I think what they see is the defender's trying to pull away and he can't get off. It would appear that he had a hold of him.
Yeah.
Not Mark D'Antonio, I'm arguing, but why isn't the defender disengaging, getting outside? Ball's outside.
There's 4 key penalties this quarter for Michigan State. That was the latest one.
Big play.
Lewerke out of the gun with 2:06 remaining. He's going to do the option again. He pitches. Hayward wide open. Touchdown, Michigan State. They're back in front. And they're going to go for 2 to make it a 7-point game.
Well, it's obvious Utah State doesn't have an answer for the option, and Michigan State waited till exactly the right time to run it.
And now the big 2-point try. I formation. Little trickeration. Yeah, and it works. Felton Davis able to haul it in. There's a flag down back near scrimmage. I think it's going to be roughing the passer. Yes.
Good call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense number 48. A 15-yard penalty will be enforced on a kickoff.
Chase Christiansen with a penalty.
Well, they're playing hard. They're trying to get the corner. The ball is gone, and they get him late.
What a catch by Felton Davis. And he says, yeah, I'm looking to be Big Ten all-conference yet again this season, just like he was last year. But, boy, that option worked beautifully.
Wide open and well executed by Brian Lewerke. Pitching out to the running backs, not even close. They have no answer for him.
We've had 5 lead changes in this game. 2 of them have come in the last 3:05 on the game clock.
And don't pack up yet. There's 2 minutes, but this game is not over.
And stay tuned. Mike Hall, Stanley Jackson, Braylon Edwards. They'll be along for the State Farm postgame. We'll get you caught up on everything happening in the Big Ten, but a big final 2 minutes before we get to those guys, and maybe more. Who knows?
Well, you got limited time left, 2-minute offense. These guys are in 2-minute offense all the time.
They have just 1 timeout left as Utah State, as Cole Haan kicks it away. With a penalty, it's an easy boom for him through the back of the end zone. So you said it, they're always in a 2-minute offense with how fast they go. How do they manage this drive, Coach?
Well, I think what they're going to tell them is, hey, listen, just do what we've been doing. You know, we got a lot of time left. We got to be aware of the time right here. We got to get the first downs. We got to get out of bounds and do all those type of things. You know, we haven't seen really a trick play, a real razzle-dazzle play. What I always be worried about here, as much as they've thrown, is a little hook and ladder, you know, one of those type of things, that because they've been having those guys right open over the middle, and Love's got him the ball, and then you flip to somebody else. Now you see him, now you don't. I'd be worried about that.
Jordan Love, as he has been all the time out of the gun, flags fly before the snap. Delay of game.
Wow.
Not a good start for Utah State. They're having a conference about this.
That's surprising. Delay game.
Delay game. Offense. 5-yard penalty. First down.
Matt Wells is high.
No doubt.
Unless Matt Wells was claiming he called the timeout. But at any rate, the penalty, and now the completion in the hands of Jordan Nathan, and he will take this to the 28-yard line. Here they go quickly. Love is 27 of 40. Pressure. Is it grounding, or was there an intended receiver in the area?
It's like intentional downing to me.
Well, Darwin Thompson, the tailback, may have been back there. Let's see what they say.
Intentional grounding. Offense, number 10. Lost her down at the spot of the foul. Second down.
What an effort by Willikes. Man, that guy plays hard. No doubt.
Well, you see Darwin Thompson in your screen, but I don't know that he was in the vicinity.
Good call.
And that is a big one. time to the clock. It's at 1:36, 3rd and 11.
Let her go.
Love throws, caught, first down, Utah State. Jalen Green, who had no catches in the first half, with a huge reception there. Now from the 45. Love completes it again, this time to Tarver into Michigan State territory. Still 1:23 left, and you still have a timeout if you're the Aggies.
Wow. These guys are fun to watch.
What a game that we have been treated to tonight. And the 11th ranked team in the nation, with their backs a bit against the ropes. Coming into tonight, their fans dreaming of the college football playoff that they visited 3 years ago.
Here's the blitz.
Popped in the air and complete. Little high for Dax Raymond. Third down and 1, and Raymond, who has been so sure-handed, couldn't hang on to that. No touchdowns, the one interception earlier for the sophomore Jordan Love. Batted in the air. Intercepted. It came down into the hands of the junior Joe Bacci. And they go crazy in East Lansing.
Who else? Joe Bacci.
Tipped in the air, and Bacci, who had 3 interceptions last year, gets a big one here. And how about Bacci? He was the man that got his hand on it.
He knocked it, caught it. Man, Felton Davis and Joe Bacci, you talk about highlight. Look at that concentration. You know, he was a all-league baseball player.
Well, he can do it all. And that's going to secure a Michigan State victory as Utah State will burn their final timeout. Quick 30-second break. Down to the knee. They can do that and run out this clock. Stay tuned. Football postgame show after the game presented by State Farm. But Joe Bacci is the hero, the 2017 team MVP, who was 6th in the conference in tackles, bats it in the air and gets the interception of Jordan Love to seal it.
Well, you know, what a gutsy effort. They found a way to win, Spartans. And for Utah State, you got to be impressed. Going on the road, coming in here. Are they a greatly improved football team? Really well coached, good players. They'll win a lot of games this year.
Now the Mountain West has been put on notice, but the bottom line, Michigan State escapes with a 38-31 victory in week 1. The 2 quarterbacks combined for over 600 passing yards, and Joe Bacci with a game-sealing play. This was an excellent football game, start to finish.
Well, we knew it was going to be good. I'm not sure we knew it was going to be that good.
Michigan State with 19 starters back. Utah State with 18 starters back, and they played like it this evening.
And the guys we thought would, you know, make an impact this game, Joe Bacci, Felton Davis III. You know, Lewerke had his ups and his downs, but when he had to score with the option, I think we're going to see more option out of him. That complements them, and especially when you have a quarterback that can run the football like he can.
And hats off to them recognizing that late and going to it several times. You know, Michigan State, they also overcame 9 penalties, 2 giveaways.
Yeah,
2 of those penalties came at the 1-yard line. Elise is with Mark D'Antonio.
Coach, this is going to...
tight
game. Comes down to the final play. Joe Bocci comes up huge. What was the difference at the end of this game? What made Utah State so tough?
Well, you know, I thought Jordan Love, their quarterback, was on the money, but we saw that in the film from last year. You know that he threw the ball very effectively, and he always threw catchable balls. And the guys made plays, and we had too many penalties, and we had some things that cost us points in the red zone. You know, touchdowns in the red zone. So we found a way to win. And the great drive by our offense, Felton Davis, great catch, obviously, to put us down there. So we found a way to win.
I was going to say that Bocci comes up big on defense, but how about that catch from Felton Davis? What did that do for your offense? How did that ignite you guys?
Well, I think that was a 3rd down play, I believe. So, you know, big play, but he had a number of big plays in the game. And, you know, we just got to clean up our mistakes. There's no question. And then, you know, there's a lot to clean up.
You know, you told our crew yesterday that week 1, you like to learn about your team. You like to see what you can find out. So what did you learn about them today?
Well, we'll keep playing. We will keep playing, you know, but